Now on 4 News Now at 6, measles found in Coeur d'Alene's wastewater. We have team coverage on what parents need to know and how many kids are actually vaccinated against the highly contagious disease.
I'm tracking isolated thunderstorms right now. I'll show you where they're headed and when you can expect some cooler, wetter weather in the first alert forecast.
A woman is behind bars accused of starting multiple fires near the Centennial Trail in Spokane County. Why officials say she might not be the only alleged arsonist in the area. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, the Idaho Health Department is preparing for a measles outbreak in Coeur d'Alene. The Coeur d'Alene wastewater treatment plant says it has detected measles in 2 separate samples it tested over the last week. The wastewater plant combines water from over 15,000 homes in Coeur d'Alene, so it's not able to determine exactly where the measles came from, but it is working with the state health department. Derek Strom spoke with the state's medical director about how to stay safe.
The Coeur d'Alene wastewater facility began testing its wastewater for COVID during the pandemic and now tests for a variety of different diseases, including measles, which showed up in 2 different tests last week.
When we're measuring at the lab for what we're measuring for, like I said, the RNA of the virus. So there's really no way to detect whether or not it's coming from Mike Anderson or John Doe or whomever.
Once the wastewater facility got its tests back that confirmed there was measles, it reached out to the Idaho Department of Health. Public health officials say they were expecting and preparing for a measles outbreak because many other places around the country are seeing measles as well.
Canada is seeing a very large measles outbreak right now, but we're also seeing outbreaks in Montana. There have been cases in Washington, Utah. So we knew that, it was in the area.
The Idaho Department of Health says most measles cases don't result in serious health consequences, but for some people, it may be far more likely that they catch other diseases like pneumonia.
We know that about 1 in 5 people with measles that get tested and confirmed to have measles end up in the hospital. So it's that 1 in 5 or that 1 in 10 that gets even a more serious complication.
CDC data says over 90% of reported measles cases were among people that aren't vaccinated or had an unknown vaccination status. The Idaho Department of Health says vaccination is the #1 way to protect against a measles outbreak.
Now is the time to make sure your kids are up to date on their back to school shots. Also, anybody who's going to travel with other countries seeing large outbreaks, with sometimes seeing cases and spread in airports and airplanes.
In Coeur d'Alene, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, the majority of measles cases across the U.S. have been in unvaccinated children.
There's possibility of death, there's possibility of hearing loss, there's possibility of brain damage issues.
We'll show you how many kids are protected against the disease and why doctors say now is the right time to get that shot tonight at 6:30. Well, it's election day tomorrow for voters in Washington, and you have until 8 p.m. tomorrow to drop off your ballot in this year's primary. One measure on the ballot is Spokane Fire District 8's Emergency Medical Service Levy. If that sounds familiar to you, you're right. The exact levy was approved by voters back in April, but it's back on the ballot now because of a filing error. If approved, the levy would help fund 2 additional paramedics. Download the 4 News Now app and turn on push notifications to get tomorrow's results sent straight to your phone. Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, we have got clearing skies as we look to the west over downtown Spokane, the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, as well as the Spokane County Courthouse. But there are still some thunderstorms around the region, but they are fairly isolated. Here's the broad view of the inland northwest. Up along the Canadian border and in the central panhandle is where we'll find some cloud-to-ground lightning. Now, we had a thunderstorm in the last half hour around the Wallace area. That is tapered off, but we still have some cloud-to-ground lightning showing up in the mountains of the central panhandle. Meanwhile, north of Republic in the mountains, we're finding some cloud-to-ground lightning as well. We count up the strikes. The positive strikes are the more lethal, more likely to cause a wildfire than the negative strikes. That's why we differentiate between those two. 4 things to know about your weather. Those showers and thunderstorms will be coming to an end later this evening. Expect partly cloudy skies on Tuesday, partly sunny skies on Tuesday. I think think we'll see more sun than clouds. Showers and 70s midweek, and that does include some thunderstorms on Thursday before we get into a warm to hot sunny weekend. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
See you then. Thank you, Chris. The manhunt for the man who shot and killed 4 people inside of a Montana bar is still happening tonight. Here are the photos of the 4 people who were killed inside of that Owl Bar in Anaconda. Now, Anaconda is a small town about 75 miles southeast of Missoula. Local, state, and federal agents are still searching Anaconda's Garrity Mountain, looking for 45-year-old Michael Brown, this man. We know that Brown is an Army veteran who served in Iraq. He later served in the National Guard for about 3 years until 2009. The state attorney general saying Brown was, quote, known to law enforcement with a drug history.
This is an individual who knows the area very well. He knows the terrain, he knows the country, could be under the influence of drugs still, or might not.
Police say they are still searching for a motive. There's now a $7,500 reward for any information leading to his arrest. A woman was arrested for allegedly starting a string of fires in Spokane Valley over the weekend. This happened along the Spokane River near Myrtle Point. Firefighters say the woman is suspected of setting over 15 spot fires in the area, which threaten nearby structures. And this is just a few miles north of Boulder Beach, where more suspicious fires have happened this summer. Our Madeline Mullins is live right near Boulder Beach now, where there are signs right behind you, Madeline, warning people of a suspected arsonist. So is there any connection between the fires there?
Kirsten, firefighters tell me that the woman who was arrested on Saturday in Spokane Valley is not the same person that is setting fires here at Boulder Beach, but I am told that the technique to find those people is the same, and that's to get help from the community. New pictures released late today from the sheriff's office show the moments 44-year-old Sarah Beal was detained. They also took pictures for evidence, showing pillow stuffing and matches found in her purse and on the ground where the fire started. She'll make her first appearance in court tomorrow. But tonight, investigators are still searching for another person they suspect is starting fires a few miles away near Boulder Beach.
Obviously, stay vigilant, at least as much as I can.
Vigilant. That is how Tavish Lamontagne is going to be now that he knows his favorite spot is being put at risk.
The area is kind of important to me. The reason for why someone would do that is lost on me.
12 separate fires have been intentionally set in this area in the past 2 months.
My job is fire prevention. I would like to catch this individual and find out why this is happening, but ultimately we just don't want fires in those recreational areas. Those are highly used areas.
Firefighters say the suspect description reported by witnesses on Saturday led to the arrest in that separate case.
There's a lot of people that are working together to try and solve this issue. The biggest thing we'd like from the public if anyone can get us any information. If you can snap a cell phone video or a picture of somebody doing something like that and get a hold of us.
With help from several different agencies, including the Sheriff's Office, Spokane Police, Spokane Valley Fire, and the community, Fire District 9 hopes to put a permanent stop to the fires in the popular area. Spokane County Fire District 9 says if you do see anything suspicious, just take a photo or a video and report it. And if you do see a fire burning, then to call 911. Live at Boulder Beach, I'm Madeline Mullins for News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Families can once again swim, slide, and soak up the sun at AM Cannon Park Aquatic Center. It's been closed since last week when the city's Parks and Rec department told us that it had to close the aquatic center to drain the pool after pieces of glass were found in it. Still ahead, extreme turbulence is now one of the leading causes of in-air accidents. Why experts say it's happening more often and what could be done to help prevent it. And the WSU Cougs open week 2 of fall camp with great praise to the seniors and wide receiver groups.
This house only a few hundred yards from North Central High School, now boarded up. I'll tell you why neighbors say it's a sign that kids will be safer while walking to school this upcoming school year. Next on 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest. 4 News Now is brought to you by Finley Downtown Honda.
Warner Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett continues to be an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
My name is Joyce Prather, but I go by Joy. My husband and I moved to Orchard Crest just from my daughter's house. When we walked in, I said, oh, this is it, because it was so beautifully decorated. The people here are amazing. The staff is amazing. Everything that we were hoping for turned out to be what we got. If somebody walked up to me and asked about Orchard Crest, yes, I would certainly tell them to come here.
Let's do it.
August 28th through September 1st, the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park returns to beautiful Riverfront Park. Free admission, 65 food booths, 300 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, and 88 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim, Sammy Eubanks, Tone Loc, the Blues Beatles from Brazil, Atomic Punk's Van Halen Tribute, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 28th through September 1st, attend the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bath Fitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bath Fitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the raptor cake. Now how about something to put a smile on your face? Aspen Dental provides complete affordable care with dentists and labs in one place. Plus free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance. And 25% off treatment plans for everyone. Quality care at a price worth celebrating. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lane Casino. Go to Lane Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Well, just around the corner from North Central High School, this house stands boarded up with signs that say, do not enter. And that's because in May, a 7-month federal investigation uncovered drugs and guns at the property. Neighbors tell our Hunter Bertram that since those boards went up, the block feels safer.
Maxwell Avenue and Wall Street in North Central Spokane. Neighbors calling it today what it used to be, a highway for drugs and crime, thanks to this house.
It's a drug house. I mean, it's a place where people do their drugs.
The house is now boarded up, a vastly different sight than when we were here in May following a federal drug bust. This man who was going in and out of the house spoke with us then.
I haven't seen any drug trafficking since I've been here.
The feds say they found guns and drugs inside the home, which is just a few hundred yards from thousands of teenagers at North Central.
And there's a boatload of kids who walk to school here. So, yeah, it's nice. It's nice that it's gone.
Within the last few weeks, the city of Spokane issued a do not enter order, removing everyone from the house and telling them not to return, saying it's unsafe to live there. All while the federal government continues to move forward in seizing the property. Nevertheless, neighbors are happy it's boarded up.
But I think it's gotten a lot safer since it's out of here. I mean, realistically, like I said earlier on, Walmart's pharmacy had nothing on that place across the street. Nothing at all.
Stephen McCormick lives across the street, but he shared a new concern for him and his neighbors, the winter ahead and squatters.
Most of these places are made out of wood, and all it takes is one good wind and one good amber.
Today, it remains unclear when the feds could seize the house and what they'll do with it. But it's still clear these neighbors are overjoyed to see it almost gone.
We know it's not coming back, and we're real happy about that.
In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, you might notice a red tint to the Spokane River tomorrow. The county says there is nothing to worry about. This is why it's happening. It's part of a study conducted by the County Regional Water Reclamation Facility, and it's happening tomorrow starting at 11 in the morning. Crews will be adding red dye to the water near Spokane Community College. That dye helps specialists see how treated water from the facility mixes into the river and then how it interacts with the aquifer. The bright red color will be most visible around North Havana Street and East Upriver Drive and may be seen for about a half-mile downstream.
Skies are clearing this evening. It is a beautiful view here in downtown Spokane. 77 at 7 o'clock, 72 at 9. We'll be in the 60s by 11 with mostly clear conditions. I have your 7-day forecast coming up.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
The outboard boat races return to Ione, Washington, August 9th and 10th.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Ever since Emmy got a new mattress from Denver Mattress, her math scores are through the roof. And Billy, nothing but the best sleep thanks to Denver Mattress. And now he's undefeated, 228-0. And during the back-to-school sale, setting up your star student for success is simple. Buy any Denver Mattress brand mattress and get a second half off. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Add superior sleep to your student supply list during the back-to-school sale only at Denver Mattress.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Weimart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win jerky from Oberto and Bavarian meats. Plus, save with Tuesday-only pricing and buy either for just $2.99. Win and save on Lucky Number Tuesday only at Weimart.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
You are not going to believe where GMA is taking you.
Tomorrow, come along with Robin on a stunning adventure deep into the beauty of Rwanda in search of...
We are moments away from seeing the endangered mountain gorilla.
Oh my God. Only on GMA.
Well, golfers are out on the green today in North Spokane, including our very own Derek Dice for the 14th annual Gleason Classic Golf Tournament at the Kalispell Country Club, and it raises money for Team Gleason, the organization founded by Spokane native, WSU football star, and former New Orleans Saint Steve Gleason, who continues his fight with ALS. This organization provides life-changing support for people living with ALS, and some of that support stays right here in Spokane.
Foundation is helping between 800 850 people per month with technology and equipment, and to actually grow and reach more people. People with ALS have additional needs, and so partnering with local organizations allows us to actually provide more services to a community that's underserved, underrepresented.
So this event has raised more than $5 million in the 13 previous tournaments. We'll have to ask Derek Dice when he returns how they did today.
Oh, wow, I am sure very well, right, because people roll out for Team Gleason. That's and right. A wonderful organization doing so much good.
That's right.
And they had pretty nice weather.
It looked like
for the golf. Yes, overcast at times, not too hot. We've got some clearing now and actually hitting our high temperature of 79 degrees. Once those clouds cleared, our temperature took a jump. It's 80 right now in Coeur d'Alene. Both airports reporting mostly cloudy conditions, but the clouds are clearing. We do still have some very isolated thunderstorm activity ranging from just north of Omak up along the Canadian border. Some additional development in western Montana just across the border from Moyer Springs, and then down into Kellogg and Wallace area. We've had some redevelopment of thunderstorms right around Wallace. Further to the south, just to the east of the Horse Camp area, some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. So we'll be watching those for the potential for any sort of fire starts, because it is definitely that time of year. Tuesday's hour-by-hour forecast, the last of the thunderstorms coming to an end here just in the next couple of hours. We are going to be partly cloudy to start the day, 58 in the morning, some clearing as we get into the afternoon, and our temperature will start climbing. We'll be up into the lower 80s by the afternoon, and 82 degrees is 5 degrees below average. We are still in the hottest part of the year. Our average high is 87. Here's what's going on with our weather. We have a disturbance that's exiting the region now, taking the last of those thunderstorms with it. High pressure will build in briefly for Tuesday, but then as we get into Wednesday, we start bringing in the chance of some rain. Could be as early as mid-morning. More likely it will hold off until later in the day, and it's all part of an area of low pressure dropping down out of the Gulf of Alaska that is going to stay with us then through Thursday, bringing us a chance of some thunderstorms, especially over the higher terrain. And of course, with this, we are also going to be seeing some cooler weather going from 82 tomorrow down into the 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. We start climbing right back up again, and we are in the 80 to 90 degree range by the beginning of next week. Tuesday's highs, meanwhile, will be in the 80s just about everywhere. Lewiston, the only exception on the map, right around the Spokane area. Temperatures ranging from 81 in Spirit Lake to 86 in 9 Mile, as well as Meade, 85 in Spokane Valley, and 84 in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Liberty Lake. Your forecast staying dry through at least Wednesday morning, and then that chance of showers kicks in, continues Wednesday night. Best chance of rain will be on Thursday with some possible thunderstorms, and then we start drying out again and warming up. Looks like a nice summer weekend ahead, and overnight lows in pretty good shape too, in the 50s through the forecast. Kirsten.
Yeah, that's window open, cooling nighttime.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you, Chris. Well, gas prices are once again starting to creep up across the inland Northwest. In Spokane, you can expect to pay around $3.99 a gallon. That's up 6 cents from just last week. Prices are a bit better in Idaho. In Kootenai County, you can expect to pay around $3.34, which is lower than the state average of $3.47 a gallon. More and more people are getting hurt on airplanes because of turbulence. The NTSB saying it is now one of the most common airline accidents. Just last week, more than 24 people were sent to hospitals after a Delta flight slammed with severe unexpected rough air. CNN's Michael Yoshida breaks down what's behind the uptick in turbulence and how new tech could lead to a smoother ride.
The Federal Aviation Administration says that turbulence is the leading cause of injuries to flight attendants and passengers in non-fatal accidents, with tens of thousands of instances of moderate to severe turbulence impacting aircraft in the U.S. every year. Experts we spoke with say the reason for the rise in this turbulence, warming temperatures on Earth.
25 people taken to hospitals after a Delta flight experienced severe turbulence, causing service carts and unbelted passengers to hit the ceiling and forcing an emergency landing.
Today, there is 41% more severe clear air turbulence in the skies over the USA, 55% more over the North Atlantic.
Atmospheric science professor Paul Williams says Earth's warming temperatures are making flying conditions worse. That's especially true along busy flight paths, which are near powerful winds in the upper atmosphere called jet streams.
Climate change is warming the air to the south of the jet stream a lot more rapidly than the air to the north of the jet stream.
Williams says the clashing of increasingly warmer and cooler air is causing more frequent and more severe clear air turbulence, which can't be seen on radar and isn't connected to other visual cues like storms or clouds, meaning it can seemingly hit out of nowhere.
A stronger jet stream has what we call more wind shear in it. That's the wind speed increasing with altitude, and more wind shear equals more turbulence. So that's the link from temperatures to the jet stream, to the winds, to the turbulence.
According to the National Transportation Safety Board, between 2009 and 2018, flight crews had no warning in about 28% of turbulence-related accidents. Williams, who has studied the topic for more than a decade, says the numbers will keep going up. Still, he and others say flying won't be any less safe, and new technologies could help, from better forecasting models to even artificial intelligence.
And Williams and other experts we spoke with say while in the future these new technologies, including artificial intelligence, could help with turbulence right now, the best thing you can do to stay safe, keep that seatbelt on while seated. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Back to school shopping season is slowly approaching. The simple tips that could help you stretch your budget coming up.
We're leaving the state, breaking quorum, and preventing Republicans from silencing our voices.
Texas Democrats walk out, staging a rare political protest over a redistricting plan backed by President Donald Trump. What it means for the midterm elections, next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses, and now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for best in class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
In basketball, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
And play number 1 is the blame game.
They'll point the finger at you and blame you for the wreck.
So if you've been in a wreck,
call Russell and Hill to protect your case.
Russell and Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
The scale house market is unique because Spokane didn't have some kind of a permanent structure for a farmer's market.
I want to see as many community members as we possibly can out here enjoying all of the different vendors and farmers and food producers.
Our members are other community members, the families that will be eating here. All of it is vital to how we make partnerships.
I am most excited to bring our famous whole milk to the Scale House Market. What I hope that people attending the Scale House Market will gain is that agriculture is central to this region.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam, same day glasses. 2 pairs plus eye exam for only $79.
A redrawing of congressional maps in Texas is shaping up to have political ramifications nationwide. At the direction of President Donald Trump, Texas Republicans plan to change the boundaries of several districts to create 5 more Republican-leaning districts, hoping more Republicans get elected to the U.S. Congress. The state's congressional Democrats left in protest on the day the new maps were set to be voted on. ABC's Christian Cordero has more.
Today, the Texas legislature was set to vote on a new congressional map, but notably absent most of the state's Democrats. They left in protest against their Republican colleagues' plan, which, at the direction of President Trump ahead of next year's midterm elections, could boost Republican representation by redrawing lines in several districts.
But Texas Democrats are fighting back. We're leaving the state, breaking quorum, and preventing Republicans from silencing our voices and rigging the next election.
The redistricting effort is unique in its timing. Congressional maps are typically redrawn once a decade to reflect the changes in population from the latest census. But the tactic of redistricting for political gain is not new. Texas Republicans are overrepresented in Congress relative to how Texans vote for presidential elections, as are Democrats in states like California and Illinois. Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott condemned Democrats' decision to leave the state. Doing so delays all votes in the state's special session, which needs 2/3 of its members to vote on anything. Abbott spoke to the Fox News channel.
Our fellow Texans are being let down and not getting the flood relief they need because these Democrats have absconded from the responsibility, and I believe they have forfeited their seats in the state legislature because they're not doing the job they were elected to do.
Despite the delay tactic, Abbott and Texas Republicans are expected to get their new congressional map, though it could come with legal challenges and potential ripple effects in several other states nationwide.
This is a legitimate process that has been used before. By breaking quorum and being here today, these legislators are getting into what John Lewis might call good trouble.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul and California Governor Gavin Newsom have each suggested they will take a closer look at their congressional maps, though it's unclear if either plan would pan out before next year's midterms. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the NCAA says it's not expanding the number of teams that make it to the big dance, at least for now, when we could see more teams added to men's and women's March Madness tournament coming up.
You just have to make it fun for them, have them give you a fashion show, and then really get a sense of what they need.
Back to school shopping does not have to break the bank. We'll show you the simple things you can do now to save big.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Every day, our customers experience that moment. The moment when the decision is made and the train has left the station. When there's nothing left to do but lean forward and watch a little piece of the future unfold right before your dilated pupils. It only lasts a heartbeat or two, and some moments end better than others. But whatever the outcome, there's never a dull moment at Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
Don't worry, it's just me, it's Chad from the Easy Home Buyer.
Selling your home doesn't have to be scary. At the Easy Home Buyer, we make it simple, fast, and hassle-free, so you can focus on your next chapter.
Each month, 4 News Now is focusing on a topic that's important to our community by helping to get the message out. This is good for you to know. In Spokane, one charter school is redefining education with a unique approach that puts students' choices first while offering smaller class sizes.
The relationship between students and staff is really different. It's a lot more personal because there's less of us.
I really just liked it here. I walked in, I'm like, wow, this is impressive.
With a community-driven focus, open and inclusive classrooms, student-driven projects, and a focus on the arts, innovation isn't your typical high school experience.
This school has made me genuinely feel prepared for the future.
The teachers here, I love them all. They're all amazing people.
Innovation High School is a tuition-free public high school right here in Spokane, now enrolling students in grades 9 through 12. See their unique approach to education firsthand.
You feel a lot more connected. It doesn't really feel like school. It just feels like another place that I go in my day-to-day life.
Schedule a tour to see why students are choosing innovation.
This is the Temper Active Breeze. It's designed to help sleepers with different climate needs rest comfortably all night. So no more fighting over the AC or the covers. Because the Temper Active Breeze Smart Bed delivers a sleep temperature range of up to 30 degrees and helps you and your partner get the personalized comfort you need for the deep, undisturbed rest you deserve.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 72 months no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, many of us are getting ready to send kids back to school in a few weeks, but getting your student prepared for the classroom means more than just backpacks and school supplies. Mary Sheridan is here in studio tonight to explain why health officials are urging vaccinations ahead of the new school year.
Well, the CDC reports nearly 4% of U.S. kindergartners had an exemption for a required vaccination last school year. And this data shows Washington falling right into that national average. But in the state, vaccination rates have declined nearly 3% since 2020. Last year, just below 90% of Washington students were fully vaccinated. Local health officials say this decline is putting classrooms at risk.
We want to do what's best for our kids and keep them safe.
Making sure kids have all their shots before they head back into the classroom is a priority for health experts like Kayla Myers, especially since dangerous diseases like measles primarily spread amongst the unvaccinated.
It's going to be a little more manageable if 70% of the population is vaccinated in a pocket than 0.
87% of students in Spokane County had all of their immunizations last school year, but exemptions in the region were well over the state and national average. More than 7% of parents claimed one. But Myers says she's more concerned with students who are out of compliance and have no medical documentation at all.
The importance of documentation comes back in full circle to any outbreaks.
A very large majority of physicians and scientists still stand very firmly behind our traditional vaccines and our seasonal vaccines. It's the best way to keep kids safe and healthy throughout the school year.
Myers also recommends busy parents stay informed and make sense of the latest medical data by visiting healthychildren.org.
Some people are working multiple jobs. Some people are shift workers. And so that's why we do some community clinics before school starts.
And one of these clinics is happening at the Salvation Army's Backpacks for Kids event on August 13th. Vaccinations will be offered along with free haircuts and school supplies. Myers says these shots keep students healthy so they can get the most out of their time in the classroom. In studio tonight, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Mary, thank you. Idaho State Police are searching for the driver of this truck. Investigators say they were involved in a hit and run on Highway 95 near Prairie Avenue in Hayden. ISP says that truck rear-ended another car and caused a chain reaction crash. Witnesses say the driver then took off through the dirt median and into the parking lot of Hayden Cinemas. Anyone with information about this is asked to call Idaho State Police. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining me now. We've been watching. You said there's some lightning or there's some storms, rain around Spokane, but not necessarily right on top of us.
No, they're surrounding us by many miles, but nothing here in town. Let's take a look at the radar, and you can see we've had some thunderstorms just to the northwest of Omak, north of Republic, picking up some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes all through western Montana and along the Montana-Idaho border as well. We've seen things get a little bit spicy, like just right in this area, but that's beginning to taper off, as well as the thunderstorms around the Wallace area. Further to the south in the central Panhandle Mountains, some thunderstorm activity, but even that is coming to an end. And I was watching this area. This is just to the east of Steamboat Rocks on the Montana side of the border, but that is beginning to weaken as well. So things are quieting down around the area. Our high temperatures today running about 5 degrees or more below average. We were in the 70s in many locations, including Pullman, Spokane. Now, we could still add a degree to this, but before all is said and done, we were in the lower 80s in Sandpoint and Coeur d'Alene, and that's where we find ourselves tomorrow, with partly cloudy skies through the morning and then clearing as we get into the afternoon and evening. That high of 82 compares to an average high of 87. It gets cooler and wetter in the 7-day forecast, but not for long. I'll explain in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. In today's Money Saving Monday, we're all looking for ways to save a little money, right? Financial experts say if you want to retire, you need to be aggressive with your savings as early as possible, even in your 20s and 30s. And make sure if you're offered a match from your employer, you get that free money. Martha Preston with OB Credit Union says you should think about placing savings in different buckets that all have different tax strategies. So that could include a 401k, traditional IRA, Roth IRA, or maybe investing in real estate. So who would want a Roth IRA?
Somebody who is younger, because you're more likely to be in a lower tax bracket today than you are in the future. Or if you're somebody that believes that tax rates are going to go up in the future, you may want to choose to pay the taxes now.
10 to 15% of your paycheck is a good general rule of thumb for retirement savings, which seems like a lot. But if you can start with 3% and then add 1% annually, that's a good start. For more Money Saving Monday stories, check KXLY.com. Well, it's almost that time of year to start stocking up on pencils, pens, notebooks, binders, and so much more for back to school. And the price of all those supplies adds up fast. ABC's Melissa Adon has tips on ways to save.
As summer vacation turns the corner, soon classrooms will be filled with students. And now is the time for back-to-school shopping. Although consumers may be concerned about higher prices this year, shopping expert and mom Trey Bodge says having a good strategy can help you save.
First of all, take inventory, and it seems so obvious, but so many parents that I talk to don't do this. Go through the backpack, see if there are supplies that can be reused, maybe give the backpack a good wash, have the kids try on all their clothes. You just have to make it fun for them, have them give you a fashion show, and then really get a sense of what they need.
Back to school sales are underway with deals at retailers like Target, Walmart, and Amazon.
Instacart has something called Deal Week, which is August 11th through the 17th, where you can get a free lunch essential item every single day. Plus, from the 11th through September 2nd, you can get an exclusive 20% off at certain retailers, including Staples and Container Store.
Shopping secondhand can help save money on new-to-you clothes.
If you've got teens and tweens, they may resist this, but what I would suggest is show them what your budget is, take them to, say, a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, and show them how far that budget can go. It can go a long way if you're buying secondhand, and then maybe you buy a few new things as well.
And if you give your kids some power over their back-to-school shopping, you may be surprised by what smart shoppers they are.
So what I like to do is give them a gift card and let them shop for themselves. When they are shopping with their money versus your money, they will be so much more careful.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, with that school supply list, add in textbooks, gym clothes, your kid's backpack can get really heavy. And doctors say when you combine all of that weight, and if not worn properly, that can lead to back and shoulder pain. So the first way to prevent that is by choosing the right backpack. Experts say it should have 2 wide padded shoulder straps and a padded back. A waist or chest strap can also help with heavy loads, and you'll also want to make sure that it's packed properly.
The heaviest items should be in the backpack, packed closest to the back, and then the more lighter items towards the outside of the back. That helps the weight to be distributed in a way that it's easiest for the child to carry.
The backpack should also never be heavier than 15% of your child's body weight. So, for example, a 100-pound child shouldn't be carrying a bag that weighs more than 15 pounds. Those backpacks, I remember people rolling them because they do get so heavy.
Mine was heavy. Yeah.
Well, after a solid first week of fall camp, the Cougs return to week 2 with pads on.
WSU ups the intensity of the season prep 26 days from opening kickoff. Yes, we're still counting, but it was an early but perfect morning on the Palouse to catch this next stage of work. Catch how the Cougs did after day 1 of padded practice, plus listen to what's got Idaho's new quarterback meshing well with his new team. All coming up soon in sports.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mistaqua.com.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDAcasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
This year marks a powerful milestone, 90 years of Social Security. Since President Roosevelt signed it into law in 1935, it's been a cornerstone of economic security. Over the past 9 decades, not a single payment has been missed. That's not just reliability. It's a testament to the strength and success of one of America's most trusted institutions. AARP Spokane invites you to a celebration event on August 14th. Gather with your neighbors, meet new friends, and take action to protect what you've earned. Find out more and register at this website.
At Parker Toyota, Toyota trucks aren't just vehicles, they're a tradition built on performance, reliability, and unmatched durability. That legacy lives on in every new Tundra and Tacoma, powered by innovation, loaded with advanced technology, and ready for whatever the Northwest brings.
The same high standards that built these legendary trucks guide our customer service, because tradition isn't just preserved, it's lived.
Toyota trucks, built for generations at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
The dating app that trashes men. It's supposed to red flag creepy dudes. But is it fair?
Is this really true, or is this somebody trying to get revenge?
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
We're raising the stakes.
We have a chance to win $500,000.
What the?
I'm excited to see the phony relationships ripping apart at the seams. It was nice knowing you guys.
Well, the plan for a Topgolf to be built in Liberty Lake has been put on hold for now. According to the city, the delay is because of some corporate restructuring. And right now, there's no set date for when it's going to open. I know a lot of people in this newsroom are very excited about it. We will let you know as soon as we get another Topgolf update.
Yes, and I am atrocious at regular golf. But Topgolf, I can play Topgolf okay. It's nice. Well, it's easier when you have the air conditioning and the food right there.
It is.
It's not to sound kind of soft, but like, it's just easier. It's nicer. I don't mind it.
I enjoy it. I liken it to bowling.
Yes.
You can do it even if you're a beginner.
And Ashley's better at me than both, which I know she's watching, and I do mean that. She is better at both. But I'm a little better at football, at least in my middle school days, and we'll go on to that. Washington State has 1 week down and 2 more to go for their fall camp, all inching towards week 1's kickoff, hosting the Idaho Vandals. Today's practice started with their pads on as Cougs eased the team into a lot more physical kind of play. The Cougs' energy remains high, flying to the balls and feverish on top of the play, something the coaching staff says that they just love. And the Wazoo seniors also get their last crack at college ball, no matter if they've been here their whole career or just started here from South Dakota State. Transfer from the Jackrabbits, defensive tackle Max Ballin and returner wide receiver Josh Meredith spoke today on their times going through the process just one more time.
I was a long time ago. Nah, definitely feel it now. You guys pretty much see me grow up. I was 17 when I first got here. Now I'm 22 of the first, so, you know.
I got a couple other sixth-year guys I've been roommates with for a long time. Even back at SCCU, they came here too. So it's kind of going out playing for them, honestly. Playing for all the other seniors on the team, the ones that stayed at Washington State. Because I know now how important it is to be in your last season, what it means to win.
Cougs continue their practice this week and are done in just over a week and a half. Now, across the border in Moscow, the Idaho Vandals also opened week 2 of fall camp, and led by Coach Tom Ford, Vandals look to replicate 10 wins from last season, a really good one, with a revamped offense through former Fresno State quarterback Josh Wood, who was named yesterday the starter for Idaho's 2025 season. We caught up with the new QB on his time in training camp and Coach Ford on Wood's development.
Known a couple of these guys since like Little League, so meshing with them and gelling up together, it was no problem. Meeting new guys, you know, like the captains like Zoe, Layden on the offense, being able just to meet them, know them personally, and be able to mesh together, it's been wonderful.
Yeah, I think the first thing that I've seen is he's a hard worker. He's a guy that has no ego. He did not come in here, you know, telling everybody how great he was.
Love the humility there. And the Vandals continue their practices with the lighter pads, they're also known as shells, before then starting full pads in practice this Wednesday. Eastern Washington and Idaho have some big schedule news today in basketball as the Big Sky Conference released their hoop slates for both the men's and the women's teams. EWU dropped their entire schedules for men's and women's. The men highlighted by road non-con games at Utah, BYU, and Colorado. They're loving the Big 12 circuit, plus a game at Idaho to start conference play. But the Eagle women play at Washington State and Gonzaga, keeping it local, plus open the Big Sky slate hosting Idaho. And for those Vandals, the women released their entire schedule, including opening the season at the Cougs and playing a midseason tournament in Irvine. And for the men's, Vandals, well, they only released their conference schedule so far, opening that play with 3 straight at home. So basketball season feels so much closer, especially today, thinking about it. And it's tough. The summer sports can be a little slow, and then just boom, we have football now, basketball. It just all floods in.
It's fast. I feel like, at least for me, but I know you're covering it every second of the way. All of a sudden, it's like summer's over. So
I know. It means the warm weather ends, which I don't like.
Well, there will be a warm football game that you go to, I guarantee it. And hey, don't expect a bigger March Madness, at least not yet. The NCAA says it's not moving forward with expanding the men's or women's tournaments, at least through 2026. Right now, 68 teams make it to the big dance. And there's still talk of expanding to 72 or even 76 teams in the future, but nothing will change until after the 2026 championships.
4 things to know about your weather. We have partly sunny skies on Tuesday, showers and 70s midweek, including the possibility of thunderstorms on Thursday, taking us into a warm to hot, sunny summer weekend. Like the timing on that. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you 7 different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for Best in Class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
You probably have a few things lying around collecting dust, right? Why not donate them to UGM thrift stores? Your donation isn't just stuff. It's hope for those facing homelessness and addiction. Some items go straight to our shelters to meet pressing needs. Others are carefully prepped, priced, and placed in our stores, awaiting a new, loving home. And every dollar provides meals, safe shelter, and other life-changing services. Whether you donate or shop at UGM thrift stores, you're making a difference right here in the Inland Northwest.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
NIU has been serving our community for over 50 years. It's a broad mix of cancer care. We see all kinds of urologic cancers and take care of those patients here.
The partnership we have allows us to deliver all the different options all in one place. With a new diagnosis of prostate cancer, you'll have all the options available, everything from the latest surgical options to the latest radiation options, and so we're happy to help with that.
Most patients are referred by their primary care doctors. Patients can certainly always pick up the phone and give us a call as well.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
How would you like a brand new, sporty, and efficient new Honda while saving thousands using Finley Honda Spokane employee pricing? Backed by popular demand, it's the 48-hour flash sale at Finley Honda Spokane,
where we are marking down over 48 new and used vehicles to sell fast.
Plus, during this 48-hour sale, you get to pay what our Finley Honda Spokane employees pay.
This week at Finley Honda Spokane.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
We are in the hottest time of the year, and yet our high temperature today, 79 degrees. That is comfortable. Enjoy that. 87 is our average high. Look at that record, 108, which for years and years and years and years was the all-time record high for Spokane. We did it on 2 separate dates, one in late July, one in early August, but then we had a heat dome that broke that record. It's 109 is now our all-time record high. But I want to draw your attention to this 87. It's as high as that number goes. It's going to stay at 87 for 2 more days. And then it's going to start to drop. Now, this is the change in average high per month. Starting in January, the average high goes up 3 degrees, then 7 degrees in February, 9 degrees in March, April, and May. That's when we're really warming up. 8 degrees in June and July. And then here comes August, where we are now. It drops 8 degrees. It drops 12 degrees in September, and in October, our month of greatest change, it drops 18 degrees. October really, you feel that transition from early fall to late fall, and then getting into the cold weather season. Here's a look at our high temperature trend over the next 7 days. So for the next 2 days, our average high is 87, but we're going to be down here in the lower 80s tomorrow, and then into the 70s Wednesday and Thursday. Then we start to climb back up. By Saturday, when we hit 86, that will be our average high. And then it looks like we have 190 degree or higher day on Monday. And 90-degree days, we add them up to see how hot our summer has been. That's one of the way climatologists assess the heat of a summer. And right now, we are even Steven, right on track for average. We've had 12 days so far. Looks like there's one coming in the 7-day forecast of it. I bet there's going to be more later as the month goes on. In the meantime, showers coming in as early as Wednesday morning, more likely Wednesday night, and into what could be a stormy Thursday. Kirsten.
All right. Thank you, Chris. And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture and browse the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. Visit us online or stop by today. Consign Furniture. It's the smart way to buy.
The Davenport Hotels invite you to a signature weekend of culinary delights, September 26th through the 28th. Join us for the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival, taking place in downtown Spokane with multiple events offered throughout the weekend. Purchase any festival ticket and receive a 20% discount code to stay at one of the Davenport properties. Information can be found on the Davenport Hotel Collections website under the Experiences tab. The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival this September, sponsored in part by Windermere Real Estate and 4 News Now.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
With the Subaru Wilderness Package, our compact SUVs deliver unstoppable performance to every trail for every season.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
What's better than super fresh fruits and vegetables? Yep, you've got it. Super fresh fruits and vegetables on sale.
Swing into Super One Foods this Thursday and save big during our 12-hour produce sale. 1 pound of fresh sweet strawberries, 2 for $3. Juicy green grapes, $1.48 a pound. Seeded or seedless watermelon, just 28 cents a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour produce sale. This Thursday only. Hey, it's better than fresh.
Spring is in the air. If you're considering updating your living spaces, let our team do all the heavy lifting. We will pick up and sell your like-new consignment furniture.
Consigned furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU and the Scalehouse Market.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, rising vet costs are pushing pet ownership out of reach for families across the country. How you can lower animal care expenses, coming up tonight on Nightside.
And here's another look at your planning forecast, focusing on Thursday for a very good chance of some precipitation, which of course we desperately need.
We were watching each one of the days last week. We'll have to do the same this week.
Yep.
All right, see you at 11.